Everybody, thank you for coming out. Look, since most of us are politicians here, either in office or running for office, I'm going to take a different tack. If you want to find out details on what I'm fighting for, my main planks and whatnot, they're all in the flyer. I handed out, but I kind of just wanted to really address a lot of the issues that have gotten brought up so far. And for me, it just keeps coming back to hope. Our drug problem in our country. Right now, everyone's focused on fentanyl, but ma'am, as you described, it's an existing drug problem, and now fentanyl has been introduced into that situation. And it's increasing overdoses. But it's still led by people that I would argue have lost hope. They don't feel that they have opportunity. They feel that they've been abandoned, be it from the 3 C's. My mission in Congress is to restore the American dream. What that means in a broad sense is to get more money into people's pockets, not through handouts, but through constructing an economy, right? Our capitalist system, capitalism is amazing. Anyone who says different, we have decades and centuries of evidence to show that they are wrong. But capitalism is designed to work with government influence guiding that system. Capitalism was created as a response to mercantilism, when governments and corporations had too much power. We've been here before in our country when it's been over-consolidation. Workers get abused, suppliers get abused, and people don't have access to even buy stuff. There's over-consolidation in so many of our markets, and I would argue it's the biggest struggle that our farmers are facing. When you mentioned that you work, you have a cattle ranch, right? I hear stories time and time again when I'm at the fair talking to people before they find out I'm running on the Democratic ticket. The conversation goes a little better. But just how people getting out of farming, their kids don't want to farm. It's because we have, 2, arguably 4 companies that control our entire food chain. They have an application now that they're colluding on prices. The FTC and the DOJ are investigating the 4 main meatpacking companies now for collusion. Same thing is happening in our housing market. We don't have enough homes, and the rents are all being colluded with on these apps, and so they keep driving up prices. These are anti-capitalistic behaviors. And I phrase it that way because anytime the government wants to help the people when it comes to our economy, especially over the last few decades, it gets labeled as socialism, communism. And I'm here again to remind you guys, no. Capitalism requires a government to protect its people because it will always tend towards corporatism. It's this amazing emulation of biological systems where, the big fish keep getting bigger, and they'll get bigger and bigger and bigger because it's better for their bottom line, and on a long enough timeline, you are at where we're at. My job in Congress is to get money down to our local communities and to get out of the way. We need a second Infrastructure Act. It hasn't gone nearly far enough in getting broadband to our rural communities. It hasn't gone nearly far enough in making sure bridges don't shut down the cut off main arteries to our communities. And we can afford this. We are the richest, most powerful nation on the planet. We need to stop acting like a cheapskate nation. Because the fact of the matter is, trickle down never trickled down. It just didn't work. The bargain with reducing taxes so heavily on the wealthiest earners in our country and on the wealthiest corporations was, you'll then prop up the rest of the economy, you'll get more jobs, more development. It didn't happen. We have 4 decades of evidence of this. Hope. People need hope, and hope beats hate. every day of the week. And that's my main mission when I get into Congress.